we don't do openings here, so let's just start with Stone Free.
Okay. Seeing as I cannot see whatever the tier list, I'm just gonna go off of.
Oh yeah. Wait, should I? That might screw everything up.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, you just pull it up parallel to mine, and then you put everything in the rankings as well, so you can see it.
Let's see. Okay, so Stone Free is up first, right?
Yeah.
Alright, what's yeah, okay, at least that's in the wiki. Stone Free. Okay.
Well, you need to. I mean, there's not really much needs to be said about it.
I think Stone Free is probably the most versatile stand.
I mean, yeah.
Not maybe. Okay, yeah. Like maybe most versatile isn't the word, but you know what I mean. Like it's a really good one.
Yeah, I'd probably put it in S tier for that case then.
Yeah. You can eavesdrop on conversations, slice people.
Oh my god, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, it's definitely S tier.
Yeah, it's definitely S tier.
There's not much more needs to be said about that. It's
String barrier, like this, it's literally like it's S tier. Let's
yeah, you can just disassemble yourself. It's great. All right,
yeah.
Kiss then. Did you know that Kiss has, I think, better stats than Star Platinum?
I did not know that.
I think it's the same stats as Star Platinum.
Oh.
So, yeah, it is pretty much. For whatever reason, it is ridiculously strong, which has always been one of the weirdest things.
Well, we're talking about its ability, though. I mean, that's odd.
Yeah.
It's odd.
Okay. The one thing I've always thought about with Kiss is if you had some food and you put a sticker on the food and then you ate the food, like, could you just eat the same food infinitely? Because, like,
you just solve world hunger.
Well, no, but it would have to come back out. So you'd have to peel the sticker off. And so it would go back up through your throat. Or it would go right through your stomach. I'm not sure which. But it's an interesting idea. Potentially eat as much food as you want forever. And only get the demerits of eating it once. So, I mean, that's a pretty great ability. As many chicken tenders as you want. Yeah.
As many chicken tenders as you want, and then you only ate like 2, and then turns out like in reality you ate 70. You had the satisfaction.
Well, it does damage it though, so actually you'd probably only be able to eat it like twice. It'd just be some chicken skin by the end of it, so probably diminishing returns on that. But I mean, what else would you really use the duplication ability for? Like, because it has to return, and whatever you duplicate is going to be damaged.
Yeah.
I can't really think of much though.
It's either bottom of B or top of C for me.
Yeah, I'd put in B just because you could probably come up with something good for it, but there's not really like a whole lot. Yeah.
That's right. Okay, Stone Ocean. Boom. Kiss.
Alright. Then Burning Down the House. I'm like 95% sure on this thing's ability, but I just want to double check. It's the ghost objects.
Yeah. Despite the thing's own lack of combat-related abilities, Burning Down the House's utility through the use of its ghostly objects allows Emporia to effectively assist Julian on Stone Ocean. Yeah,
but what I'm wondering about it is, can you, like, how do you get a ghost object? Like, do you just materialize it? I guess it has to be something that has already been destroyed and is already gone. Like the room. So, yeah. I mean, I guess you could have your own secret hideout, which is pretty cool. Several rooms. Okay, yeah, so if you just destroy a room, then you could have your own secret hideout. That's pretty cool. But you can't eat ghost food.
Yeah, basically it's kind of just like...
and the ghost computer?
It's whatever the room was before, so you can't...
Well, but you can get the ghost. It's like a bag of holding. Like you can just, it's just having a bunch of random stuff on you at all times. That's kind of like, I'd say that's
pretty useful.
I'd say that's S tier maybe, because like you could just have it's an infinite pocket essentially. It could be hard to get the items. When you do, you could take anything anywhere. Like, that sounds like S tier to me.
I think I'll agree. I'll go with S tier. It reminds me of remember the paper folding one from part 4, the one that can.
Oh, okay. I thought there's a stand in part 8 like that, and I was like, what? How do you know about that? Yes, I do know about that. Enigma, yes.
Yeah, Enigma. That's the kind of what it reminds me of. Just a little bit.
Yeah, that's also a great one. I forget we rated that before, but that's also a good one. And Foo Fighters. Okay, now tell me this. What is the ability of Foo Fighters what was the ability on the disc that Poochie dropped into the lake? What was that ability?
No idea.
This is my problem with Foo Fighters. What is its ability? What is the stand of Foo Fighters? If it was on a human, what would it be? I have no clue.
Foo Fighters,
It literally's ability is it's plankton that's sentient. But like, where did he get this ability? What was the original ability? Like, it's so confusing. It's never made sense to me.
I know what you mean. I mean, because like Foo Fighters as a character is a good one.
Yeah.
In terms of, I guess, usefulness. But just we're talking about stand-up
What would it
ability.
even be if you had it? It literally, all it says for its abilities is plankton colony form, body invasion, water control, plankton shot, and wound sealing. These are all things that are just they're able to do because they're plankton in a human body.
Wound sealing might be the only one.
Yeah, but thing is, could you even use that because you're not made of plankton? Like, are we gonna treat this as if you were made of plankton?
Yeah, if I were.
I guess that's the only way I could think about it. Like, if you were made of plankton, like Foo Fighters.
It uses plankton to heal you, but like.
Yeah, where are you getting that plankton, huh?
I don't know. Maybe like
plankton bending?
The same Earth, fire, water, and air.
Yeah, plankton, of course. Let's just talk about it as if you are a Foo Fighters type entity, and you can do all the same things that they can.
Type entity. It's like it's B. It's B.
Okay. Thing is though, you're constantly drinking water nonstop. And if you are away from water, you will die.
Yo, homie, do you know where we live? No, like.
Yeah, but I mean, you could. As long as you carry enough water with you, and you are near a tap or something, you'll be fine. But if you're not, then you're dead.
Yeah.
I
got water right here. We're fine.
I mean, because the abilities of wound sealing and shooting plankton like it's a gun, and you could take over somebody else's body. You could be somebody else. They'd have to be dead though. So, I mean, that's neat. Yeah. I'd put it in D tier just because you have to constantly be near water, else you're gonna die though.
Okay. If we're talking constantly near water, I'm gonna have to negotiate for C, because the abilities are just good. It can manipulate water.
What are you gonna do with them? What are you gonna do with them?
Wound sealing.
Are you around many people, and are you a nurse? Like, are you a paramedic? No.
It could be useful if I were though. Think about it. If I were.
Yeah, and then you're gonna get taken by the government and be researched for the rest of your life.
Like, in this reality, that doesn't happen.
Okay, well, let's ignore that possibility then. In that case,
because then the government wouldn't be able to stand. So.
Like, even then though, like, great, you can be a paramedic. How do those pay well? I don't know. Well, is that what you want to do with your career? Probably not. Like, I just don't
Sorry,
see any use for
about it.
this. Like, what?
I will negotiate for top of D.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I'm good with that. D.
Okay. Okay.
It's too
Okay,
little
next.
for too high of a cost. Weather report. That's S tier.
That's that. I don't think that one needs any explanation.
Yeah,
That's
but is it better or worse than Stone Free though? In that case. Wait, are we including heavy weather in this? Because that can be interpreted as a different stand. I guess it's not on this list though.
Under the wiki it is heavy weather. So heavy weather is an ability.
Okay. Well then I have questions because in that scenario when he originally got weather report, heavy weather was automatically on and he couldn't turn it off. So if you do have heavy weather, then you're just gonna destroy the whole world. So I guess for the sake of it being for the sake of conversation, I think we should just ignore heavy weather.
I think we should ignore heavy weather and put it under. Okay. Oh, if we're ignoring heavy weather, I still think it goes above Star Ocean.
Yeah. Well, okay. Because I mean, the best thing about it that you could use in day-to-day life is probably the pseudo airbending that he's got.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
airbending.
Yeah. Like, when do you want it? I mean, rain's cool and all, but like, how often are you gonna be like, I desperately need it to rain? Like,
Yeah.
you're just gonna screw everybody else's day. Like, just some clouds materialize out of the sky. Nobody else planned for rain today.
No, I have nowhere to. I think heavy weather's cool just because it has the little airbending abilities, and also like, listen, heck, if you wanted to just like chill in the stratosphere, you have a little suit.
Yeah, you could just head up there. Probably you could probably do something to get up there. Could you get back down? Maybe.
Maybe, but we don't know.
Like, because this is tough.
Manipulate the concentration of gases in closed areas.
Can detect movement, like.
Oh, I forgot that is a good one.
Yeah, and you can
someone
just.
died from, like, oxygen from oxygen poison. you could help
On that daily occurrence, yeah.
On that daily occurrence that happens.
I think. Because, I mean, the one real use I think of when it comes to having a stand in real life is grabbing things from far away so you don't have to get up. That is, like, probably the most thing you would use a stand for most in real life. Just taking things from far away. So, both Stone Free and Weather Report can do that, but I think Stone Free could do it better. Because I don't know how well this air manipulation goes. Like, how precise is it? But it's such a versatile ability.
I think with enough practice, you can get down, not I'm saying incredibly precise, but to a point where eventually precision doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, what are you thinking?
I think it's still better than Stone Free. I still think it's better than Stone Free.
Yeah, we'll go with that then, because I'm pretty torn. They're about the same level for me, so I'll just put it above them. Okay. Diver Down. This one's interesting.
I do like Diver Down. I don't like Anna Sui as a character. I think they're very cringy. However, I like Diver Down, and I like Anna Sui. Okay.
Hold on one fucking second here. When this video goes up, you're gonna see my face when you said that. What do you mean you don't like? Wait, do you or do you not like Anna Sui?
I like Anna Sui in terms of like as a character. I just don't like how cringy sometimes it can be.
He's
That's what I know.
not that bad. I get what you mean. He can be a little, but it has a purpose to it, kind of.
Anyway, no, I'm kidding.
It's funny. But
It's
okay,
funny.
whatever. Let's just ignore that for now.
Diver down close range damage is fairly possible. Combat capable of decapitating someone in a single shot. Strength resides in its abilities.
Yeah. So I think the most useful ability here is the restructuring.
Yeah.
Just recreating objects from the inside out. Just completely manipulating their properties is pretty good. And there's like all the combat stuff you can just kind of ignore with these things. It's pretty rare that you would ever get into a fight in real life, and even if you did, you probably wouldn't want to kill somebody with your stand, so... Although, actually, I mean, would be a great tool of murder. I'd say this is, like, ARS.
I want to put at the top of A, because I feel like there are potentially better ones.
Yeah, I guess compared to the ones in S, A makes more sense.
Yeah.
But you could do it, it has a lot of potential. You could just... If you master it in restructuring things, you can make some really cool stuff. You could be a great tech modder. That's about it, really. Okay.
Next on the list is Whitesnake.
Whitesnake. This is weird. Because we're gonna assume that nobody else is really a stand user. So you can't steal their ability.
To manipulate people's brains.
Oh yeah, use that weird illusion stuff that like that's kind of like an ass pull sometimes. Like I still don't understand the heavy weather fight. Like there's so many weird moments from that where I'm like, I guess? Sure?
My question is it only 2 discs, like, in terms of stand, and then...
Once again, that's another thing that is kind of vague and not really...
If we're going just off the 2 discs, it could be good to preserve maybe something someone knows, but...
Yeah, but when you... I mean,
make that person's brain know. Maybe towards the end of their life. However, if you could pull out certain memories, you would be the greatest psychiatrist in history.
Yeah, I mean, they do go, like, unconscious when you take out their disc. So, you could just take out their disc, read it, and then put it back in and be like, oh, what happened? And I was like, oh, you passed out, don't worry about it. Anyway, so that traumatic thing that happened as a child that you didn't tell me about, like, that could be neat, I guess. It'd scare the shit out of some people, but...
It would scare people, but I think this would literally be the definition of a B stand. Like this...
Of a what stand?
There's not B. Like the letter B. I think this would be the definition of B.
Okay, so the one thing... So the things that stand out to me about this is A, it has a range of 20 meters, which is ridiculous. For a humanoid stand?
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. You could get things from very far away. You could steal a lot of things with this. And that, plus the weird illusion abilities that kind of... You can either make people in a dream, or maybe disguise yourself as somebody else. Maybe? But that's such a vague ability. Like, just quote-unquote illusion creation, which I guess lends it a lot in terms of versatility then. And also, its potential ability to extract other things with discs, like when he took out his eyesight, like that was weird.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one.
Like, because that gets into a weird, like, soft and wet territory. Do you know what that does?
Soft and wet? Nope. Nope.
Okay, it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
In that you can take things from other things. Like, you could take the friction from the floor, or the moisture from somebody's body. And if you could do something like that, which it's shown to kind of be able to do, that adds quite a bit. That with the illusion creation and 20-meter range, like, that's a good bit. Like, the disc extraction, I'd say it's like top of B.
Okay. I was gonna say either with that bottom of A or top of B.
Yeah, I'd say, I'm going bottom of A then, below
Okay.
Diver
I
Down.
think bottom. Yeah.
Because there's so many potential things you could do with it that are just kind of vague. It's a very ass pull stand, which could be very useful in real life. All right. Oh, we're just going down the Poochie chain. All right, Sea Moon. This one, I really don't know about this one.
Do you believe in gravity?
I mean, what the fuck are you gonna do by inverting gravity? Like,
As a good, I don't necessarily. Okay, it also says like yada yada. Yeah, obsessive ability manipulate gravity. um, listen, if you're asking me personally, I wouldn't think this is a useful one.
yeah, but I mean, maybe you could figure out something useful to do with the gravity abilities, like
I can't.
float candy bar towards you from the store. I don't know. Like,
Okay, also surface inversion.
yeah, but that's like exclusively for killing people. Wait, when you like, God, I really need to turn this sock inside out right now, this instant. Like, sure?
Okay, and time acceleration.
I'm not sure about that one, because
I'm saying like in a scenario where like you're in a long line and you kind of just wanted to go fast.
well, okay, I'm not sure I would take this one seriously though, because the time acceleration one, because I don't think that was actually Seaman's ability. I think that was just like a foreshadowing thing that like was a one-off and would never really, you couldn't do on command. Like, I think that was Made in Heaven leaking through. I don't really think that's an ability of Seamoon. Like, maybe, but even still, when are you gonna do that? Like, I mean, we'll get into that with Made in Heaven, but time acceleration would be useless as hell.
Honestly, this stand is very useless.
Yeah,
Maybe we just can't find a way to
I'd
do
put it above Foo Fighters, like just top of D, because
I was gonna say B.
Any humanoid stand in general immediately is saved from F tier, because you can just, it's another person that you could get to do whatever you want, really. But I just can't think of any good use other than mass destruction for its abilities.
Yeah, not anything I would want to do with that.
Yeah.
Okay, Made in Heaven.
That's like maybe even worse.
I think this might be an F tier stand.
Well, no, I'd say once again, like I just said, it is a humanoid stand, so I think it's bottom D tier. Like, because you could at least grab things with it. You are never gonna use any time acceleration.
It says natural non-humanoid.
This.
Yeah. Okay, now here's the question: do the hands stay on the reins? That changes everything.
Oh God.
That changes everything.
No, they don't. Remember, he fucking chops everybody's like limbs apart. It's not like he's doing that with the reins attached.
That's true. I forgot.
And maybe you could ride on the horse. Maybe.
Bro, that's like.
There's not a lot of room back there.
For YouTube reasons, like I'm looking at the back of like, Made in Heaven, and like. From the front, it looks like there's maybe like a full like horse behind there.
No, there definitely isn't. Yeah, I'm showing it on
like,
my screen too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you could get in between the ring. Maybe.
This is bottom of D. There's just listen. Time acceleration. If you could really control it.
If you could localize it, yeah. Like maybe speed the microwave up so you don't have to wait so long. Like, I don't know. Like,
because that's what like Seamoon said. Seamoon says Seamoon's was localized, but like you said, that could be a leak of That could just be Made in Heaven leaking
I
through.
think it is.
But if well, we don't know if he can control it. So
Yeah, because there's the whole thing of how gravity is directly linked to time, and which is the whole logic between gravity turning semen turning into Made in Heaven.
this is just gonna have to go bottom of D.
Yeah, I can't see you
It
localizing
has
time
hands.
acceleration that much. It has hands. That's all you're gonna use.
It has hands. That's literally all I need. It doesn't need an extra set of hands.
All right. Go Go Dolls, as you said earlier.
Goo Goo Dolls.
I mean, you can shrink people, or maybe could you shrink things? Maybe that could. I don't think we ever see that.
What was that one stand in part 5? I can't remember anymore.
Little Feet?
It kind of did the same. Little Feet.
That was this, but kind of worse because the Little Feet was a gradual shrink. This is an instant shrink.
If this is an instant shrink, whatever we rated.
Well, the thing is, we don't know if it works on objects. It could only work on people, which maybe if you want to smuggle somebody through security at an airport, maybe if you want to get somebody somewhere else, just put them in your pocket.
Okay, just to clarify, we're not bad people, and we don't condone smuggling others across any form.
But if you have a stand that can shrink people, you could put them in your pocket for the whole flight, and then you don't have to buy another seat. Like,
okay, that I can understand. That I can understand.
Yeah.
No.
You could shrink the whole family, put them in the luggage, and just hope the luggage doesn't get lost.
No,
Actually,
I wouldn't
no.
help with them in the luggage. Just put them in
Because
my pocket.
that's another thing. If you do get too far away, they do start to grow back. There is a range on it.
I would
But
put it in my pocket.
I'd put it in C then.
I was gonna say C. Either C, yeah. That's mid C.
Yeah, that seems like a
That
good
has to be
place.
mid.
I can't think of much else
Okay.
use for it if it's just shrinking people.
Manhattan transferred.
I'm not feeling
Long
strong on
Gallery.
this one.
For the viewers, I have like a really strong memory of Andrew just talking about John Gallier's ass to our mutual friend Eddie and I.
Bro, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't even know if I can show it on YouTube. Like, maybe it's in the gallery on his page.
Maybe it's in the gallery.
Let me check the gallery. Oh no, I don't think it is. Oh no, it just shows his tattoo in the shower. Damn. All right. Well, you'll have to. My mom.
Will it redirect when reading? When am I gonna?
Yeah, this is only useful if you have a gun. Like, okay.
I think generally this is an F tier stance.
Well, there's the thing though. It can read wind, which you could know where things are through walls potentially.
Yes.
You could sense the air around it. It's sort of like Toph from Avatar, but instead of sensing the ground, she was an airbender that sensed the air around her. It's kind of like that, I guess.
I would literally put this at the top of F or at the bottom of D.
Yeah, okay. The one thing is that the wind reading, like, yes, everything else, unless you're in the military, like, yeah, no.
No.
Let's see. The sand can precisely sense the movements of air around it and transfer the information to John Gallier, who could visualize what is happening around Manhattan, transfer with vision. Okay, so that you could send this thing somewhere and, like, into a completely different room and read the air around it to know if somebody's in there and where they are. Or just the things around it.
Maybe this would be good if we wanted to enter a room, but I didn't know who was in there.
Yeah, I think that could be like C then, like bottom C, just that.
Okay, I will be okay with bottom C. Because literally in any other scenario, in any other way, this would literally be like the scraps on my fucking plate.
I don't know, maybe use it as a plate. you could get some sick drone shots. I don't know, but that's about it.
Highway Hell, I love this one.
Okay.
This is literally the worst stance. I would not wish my enemy to feel some of the things I feel.
I'm trying to think of some use for it. You could give it to somebody and then punch yourself to make them feel. But why? You could just punch them.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This
But it
stance sucks.
potentially has a little bit more range. Like, I don't know what the range of putting it on somebody is.
Why would I want to hurt someone? Why do I genuinely want to hurt someone?
It's a rare case, but it could happen. Like, it's a nice. Yeah, this is F tier. I tried. I'm trying to play devil's advocate here, but I can't really think of anything other than maybe in some incredibly niche scenario in some fight, which is already incredibly rare in the real world in general. But yeah, that's. I can't think of anything else. All right, Marilyn Manson. I don't know about this.
Another one.
This one's weird. These are all really weird cases so far. This is really only if you like gambling. You could get a lot of money through this thing. Maybe. But you'd have to be robbing somebody else.
You could get all the money I owe you. All the one bag of chips I owe you from 7th grade.
I could get that bag of chips, or the $2 that a bag of chips would be worth.
No, with inflation now? No, that's like $2.50.
Yeah. It's a humanoid stand. It doesn't have hands. It has hooks.
Hands. I wouldn't use it for anything, really. If you're a gambler, go ahead. If you want
maybe you could get a couple bucks out of it and maybe kill somebody. Maybe take their kidneys. Steal their kidneys. Yeah, on bottom D. Was it worse than Made in Heaven? No.
No.
Oh, wait, no, it is hook hands though. So I'd say it's worse. Or wait, actually, I'd put it above Made in Heaven. Because, yeah, you can at least maybe use the gambling ability.
Heaven can end the world, okay? We're not gonna...
But it has hands.
Jumping
Marilyn
Jack
Manson. No hands. Alright, yeah. Jumping Jack Flash. This is very similar to Seamoon.
I know.
Like... Actually, wait, no, he crawls on walls and stuff.
Yeah, he crawls on walls and... But his thing is gravity removal, though. Seamoon's is more so gravity manipulation.
Yeah, but you could float around with this, I think. Because he does crawl on walls.
If you yourself can control it so you only manipulate gravity, perfect. I think
maybe you can.
Perfect.
Because
it actually says right here, Lang Wrangler himself can become weightless, but his better mastery of movement in zero gravity in a zero gravity environment and suction cups on the tips of his hands and feet to stick the walls make him nimble.
Okay, yeah, so you'd have to evolve suction cups on your fingers, but you know, maybe we can just ignore that part. But freely toggle the weightlessness of particular objects and people, that's pretty good. But then again, when do you want to crawl on walls? Like,
I didn't know.
You could fly, you could crawl on walls, but when do you want to go up that bad? And when are you going to use it to not scare the shit out of everybody?
I want uppies. Andrew, give me uppies.
No. Like, I'd put it in top of C then in that case.
I was going to say mid-C, but I can agree with top of C.
I'd rather have this than Goo Goo Dolls.
Yes. Goo Goo Dolls. Limp Bizkit. Can we just say it?
Maybe.
If it is useful, only after I am alive.
Well, no, even then, no, because you're a zombie. Like, you want to eat people. Like,
why would I want to eat people?
Because you're a zombie.
Like, why would I want to be a zombie?
Exactly. That wouldn't be good.
Yeah. That wouldn't be good. This is F. It's literally just F. No, I'm not.
You could.
I will die on this hill. This and Cars 2. I love the Cars 2 movie. However,
Okay, that's
Limp
another
Bizkit.
conversation. I'm trying to think of a time when you would want a zombie animal. You can't command the zombie. It's just a zombie.
No,
Yeah,
it's just a
okay.
zombie.
This
is
is F
literally F.
then. Yeah,
This is
okay.
F.
Worse than Highway to Hell.
Nice. Okay, we got Survivor.
The Weakest Stand. And I'd rather have this than Limp Bizkit.
I would also rather have this than Biscuit.
But this isn't much better. Like, when do you want to make people
Chaos.
that mad?
I love the description. Just general chaos. It's literally a bad luck charm.
A bad luck charm that's gonna make people literally try to kill each other. Like,
That's just
maybe
that's
you
just
could
a
find
quirky
some.
day right there.
I'd
It's a
put
Monday. It's quirky.
Yeah, I'd say this was between Highway to Hell and Limp Bizkit. Like, when would you want to make
Yes,
people
this
so mad that
literally
they want to
just
kill each
goes-
other?
This literally goes right above Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, right in between.
Planet Waves. Woo woo woo.
This one isn't that much better. We're in the shitty block.
Despite having a humanoid body, Planet Waves is never shown attacking. Thus, its physical capabilities are unknown. However, its power.
Well, it has hands, so.
This is literally. I want to say, what's bottom of D right now?
Bottom of D is Made in Heaven.
Okay, so this is just above Made in Heaven.
Maybe
And
you
what's-
could do something with the meteors. Maybe. Cook something? Maybe if you really
Even
need a
you're not
rock.
confident. You're not even confident in that answer.
What if
No.
you really want a rock and there's no rocks around?
It's not just a boulder.
It's a rock.
It's a rock.
Yeah, well, it's a meteorite, but you could get a
It's just
space
big
rock.
I think, personally speaking,
I'd say, yeah, it's right next to Marilyn Manson.
it's right next to Marilyn Manson.
But
it's
it
not
has
good.
hands, so I'd say it's better.
Mhm.
The D tier is literally the it has hands tier.
It has hands.
So that's
if it
something.
moves.
We don't really have to talk
Uh,
about this next one. This can go like way down. Alright, well,
Well,
actually,
that's like a Dragon's Dream.
oh god, I fucking hate this thing.
I know.
It's literally like one of the worst fights. You'd have to learn feng shui to use it at all. But I mean, if you did though, actually, now I think about it, maybe it has some more use. Cause,
They don't got hands.
but you could figure out a lucky spot, and you could stand in that spot, and good things would happen.
I would put this at the top of D. I'm maybe bottom C.
Yeah,
sole
I'd
reason
say
that-
bottom
that's
C,
about
just
it.
because you have to master feng shui first. Hey,
Alright.
yeah, that's good.
Yo ma.
Okay, this one could potentially be really good.
He built like Andrew.
That is what? Just because I'm an inch shorter than you?
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. So it's just a personal servant,
Uh-huh.
but the thing is, you could probably have it work for yourself because he only had it. We've only seen it when it's locked onto somebody else and trying to kill them. So we're not. I guess it's not really sure then if it could be used on yourself, just minus the killing you part. I think it could. You could just have your own little Dobby, you know? That
Master. What's the line in the Harry Potter? Master presented Dobby with clothes.
Dobby is a free elf.
Dobby is a free. I love that movie so much. I love the second one.
Yeah, that's a Chamber of Secrets, right?
Yeah, Chamber of Secrets.
I used to watch that one all the time, actually, too. Yeah, that's a good movie. Anyway,
it's a really good one.
I'd say this could be very good as well. If you could have it work for yourself, and the only thing is that it apparently smells awful. But even then,
That's like top of B, maybe bottom A.
Yeah, I'd put it bottom A.
Okay.
Cause I don't know. I don't really like him. He's kind of an asshole.
We only have 4 more stands left. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Green, Wrath of Home.
It's not off to a good start with this. Sure, I guess. It has hands.
Like everything towards me. Okay, here's the thing.
You can turn it on and off for specific objects.
Okay, so it's literally just for anyone that has watched Jujutsu Kaisen. It is literally Gojo's Void, the infinite. It's his infinite, but just
yeah.
You turn small. You just turn small.
I get, kinda. That's kind of a stretch.
Well, he said like he knows like what would be like a threat and what wouldn't. So
yeah,
like it's trained.
Whatever. If you have a restraining order against somebody, I guess this is pretty good.
I would literally put this. I think this is the most mid stand. I would put this at C.
Yeah, I'd put this bottom of C, because I'd rather have Dragon's Dream.
Yeah, you're right.
You could master that potentially.
Jailhouse Lock.
This one's pretty bad.
All these like last like a couple ones are very bad.
Yeah.
All the good ones.
It doesn't really have hands.
No.
So.
Jailhouse Lock causes victims to only be able to retain.
Yeah, the memory ability is pretty much just completely useless unless you accidentally told somebody something and you're like, fuck, I don't want them knowing that. And maybe you could erase their memory of that.
It says only able to. Okay, 3 new pieces of information. Then yeah, you could.
Because you could turn it off whenever you want. I don't know. Does it get rid of prior memories? I forget.
It only says new ones.
Yeah.
New pieces of information. So you can't get rid of anyone.
You can't get rid of a lie. Well, actually, no, because Jolene forgot who Mueller was after she got hit by it, and she saw her, and then got affected by the sand, and then later she forgot who Mueller was.
I think
it could potentially be used for that.
It could be useful. I want to say maybe top of bottom of B. Top of C, bottom of B.
Yeah.
It's like another one of those where I'm like...
You could maybe find a use for it for gaslighting somebody.
Like gaslight you right now.
Yeah.
It's like how I gaslit you to watch the quintessential quintuplets anime.
You didn't gaslight me. You just harassed me. That was awful. It's one of the worst things I've ever watched.
Yeah, Andrew willingly watched 24 episodes of Quintessential.
Yeah, willingly? Yeah, okay. That's a good way. That's putting it generously.
Willingly came over to my house with a group of friends and we watched it.
Yeah, okay. I have receipts. Okay.
Receipts.
Actually, but like, how often do you really want to gaslight somebody? Like, I'd say this is top of C. No,
yeah.
It doesn't have hands. I'm demoting it to top of C. Alright, now the Children of Dio ones. Bohemian Rhapsody is pretty F tier. I think this one is F tier. Because it's only...
Yeah, no. It's F tier.
Yeah, I think you can only use it on a worldwide capability. Like, maybe I could... If you could use it locally on one thing, I could bring Kakyoin to life and he could be my friend. Like... If you could use it locally, potentially.
I don't think it would be a local thing.
I don't think so either, and I don't want to assume that.
No, it's F.
Yeah.
It's F.
I'd say it's this because you would never use the ability, so it's like you never had an ability. So I guess treating this, if we're gonna treat this like you don't have an ability, would you rather have no ability, or would you rather have Limp Bizkit?
They have Limp Bizkit.
Maybe you could find a use for that. Maybe. But okay, so yeah, we'll put it at the very bottom now. If you could locally use it, then that could be S tier. For like one thing, and then put it back when it's done. That would be S tier, but we don't know that, so we're just gonna.
I want to be my little imagination world, literally on my bed, like.
Yeah, you could have your own little friends. That'd be great.
I don't have friends.
You're saying that to me? Okay.
Who are
Sky
you?
High.
Right here. Sky High.
This one could be neat. Because it's just a little bunch of floating things that you could manipulate.
If it's something like you can manipulate and just do into anything physically possible with that said thing, I would probably put this mid B, top B. While yes, it may be used to harm others, maybe we're just dumb off the top of our head that we can't come up with anything. But yeah, this could be useful. This could be very useful.
And it's used to take the body heat out of other people. But I don't know, maybe it could be used to take the heat out of anything? If so, that could be good. If your food's too hot.
If your chicken tendies are too hot.
I was literally just about to mention chicken tendies, yeah.
Chicken tendies.
I think you could use it for that. That's a pretty neat ability. I'd put this right above Kiss in B.
That is fair. That is completely fair.
You could do some cool things with it. Alright, Underworld. It has hands.
It has hands.
It has hands.
So we're just with.
I mean, you could dig up some cool stuff. Like, you could.
Yeah. If you can make like an illusionary cavern, like that would be nice. Or is it?
Yeah, it could be. I'm not sure how quite that works, but it was really just a gaping hole that anybody could enter, though. Like, not sure about that one, but I'd say that adds a couple of points in its favor. But...
I would put this.
Okay, wait, so memories include, but are not limited to, plane crashes, shootings, NFL football games, minerals, and even people in recorded events. People in recorded events is interesting. Could potentially talk to dead people.
I would put this top of B.
Yeah, what does it mean, minerals? What's the... Okay, well, it doesn't say. Well, I'm doing some research, clicking on the source.
Are we both looking up minerals?
No, I'm looking to what it's citing for bringing back minerals. What's this chapter that it's citing? Oh, he brought back a bullet. This could be pretty interesting.
This could be good for if you're like CSI. Oh my god, if you're like CSI,
it's like Moody Blues. But honestly, just better. Maybe.
I would.
I'd put this bottom of A.
I'd put it mid A, to be honest. What's in A?
Diver Down, Whitesnake, and Yo-Yo Ma.
Yo-Yo Ma's the bottom one?
Yeah.
I would
Your
put
own
it
little
above
servant boy. Yeah.
I would still put it above Yo-Yo Ma.
Yeah, you could get some cool stuff out of this, potentially. Maybe talk to dead people, but that's a big maybe.
That's a big maybe, but even without that maybe, still very good.
Yeah,
Actually good in real life scenario.
yeah,
And
I'd say so.
that is it.
That, that's
That's it.
a comprehensive tier list. Come back in 3 years for the Steel Ball Run release tier list.
Because I choose not to watch Steel Ball Run, or not to read Steel Ball Run. I choose
Yeah.
to watch romance anime. It's like right now, am I watching one right now? I'm not actually, but I should be. Um,
More for me, I'm gonna reread Steel Ball Run in black and white, no color. I want to really appreciate Araki's artwork, as the Shueisha color scans are nice, but they do kind of take away from you can't quite see Araki's expert craftsmanship on some of the pen work on that. Yeah. God, I really am an art student. But yeah, I guess, yes, that's pretty much it. This was a 53-minute recording. God.
holy
Yeah, anything else? Alright, cool, bye.